Hi parents, it is Wednesday, September 9th. Here is a summary of what we did today in phonics. We are focusing on short vowel ah and high frequency words. Every morning we will start our day with phonics, and those activities can be found in your child's yellow reading folder. It is important that every morning when we start the day that they have their yellow folder right at their fingertips, because that's going to be our go-to. So let me show you what we did today. First of all, we read the words in the box. Box, cots, doll, hot, jump, lock, mop, one, rock, and tops. Today's lesson was about using your reader's ear to see what sentence sounds correct, And so I told them we were going to be stretching out the sounds to read these words and to use our reader's ear to circle the word that helps the sentence make sense. Here, I'll show you what we did. Number 1, please box the door. Please hot the door. Please lock the door. What sounds right to your reader's ear? And the kid said lock. So we circled the word lock. Number 2, the girls blank rope. The girls jump rope, the girls mop rope, or the girls doll rope. The kids all agreed that the correct word would be jump, and that is this week's sight word. The fire is blank. The fire is lock. The fire is hot. The fire is one. And we all agreed that the correct word that sounded right to our reader's ear and made sense was the word hot. Number 4. The kids sleep on blank. The kids sleep on rock. The kids sleep on tops. Or the kids sleep on cots. And the correct word that makes sense is cots. Sentence 5. Jane will blank the floor. Jane will mop the floor. Jane will rock the floor. Or Jane will jump the floor. And the correct one would be mop, because it sounds right to our reader's ear and it makes sense. Number 6, we play with a blank. We play with a doll, we play with a one, or we play with a lock. And the correct response that sounds correct is doll. Okay, let me go ahead and erase this and change sides, and I'll show you what the kids ended up finishing independently. We did the back side, which had the same spelling words. Here we go. Make sure you can see it. The same spelling words. Box, cots, doll, hot, jump, lock, mop, one, rock, and tops. I told the kids that they were going to end up doing this independently so that we could move on to our shared reading lesson. And their task was to look for the spelling words that have just 3 letters. And I got them started. Oh, here's one. Box. And so there are 3 more 3-letter words that they're going to write on these lines. Then I said, look for the spelling words with 4 letters. And I got them started with the word jump. And then they were given the task of finding 5 more spelling words in this box that had 4 letters. We did number 11 together because we have not discussed rhyming words very much. And so rhyming words are 2 words that have the same ending sound. So I read these out loud: rock, cot, doll, and lock. All 4 of these words have short vowel ah, but I'm looking for the 2 that end with the same exact sounds. And so rock and lock both end with ok. Those were the 2 rhyming words I had the kids circle. Then I had them put this away and take out their purple shared reading book, which is also in their yellow reading folder that they should have at their fingertips first thing in the morning. And we did page 10 and 11. Let me raise my screen a little bit so you can see it better. And I introduced them to the Muppets. And so this nonfiction passage is about Jim Henson. I introduced them to my sons, Kermit the Frog here, and we talked about Jim Henson a little bit, and then we read the passage. I will read it to you now and then explain what we did. Jim Henson. Do you know who Jim Henson was? Maybe not, but you know the puppets he created. Kermit the Frog is one. Miss Piggy is another. Kids all over the world love Jim Henson's Muppets. So the academic tasks were to take their highlighter and highlight all the proper nouns in the text. And we did this together. And we started learning about proper nouns 2 weeks ago, and I want to keep it fresh in their minds. And a proper noun is a specific name of a person or a place. So we highlighted Jim Henson, because that's his name, Kermit the Frog, because that is his name, Miss Piggy, and then the name of Jim Henson's Muppets. And we talked about how those are proper nouns because that is their name. Then we read through this sentence by sentence and circled the short vowel I words. Jim, and then we did the sentence by sentence and I read it out loud to them and they were responsible for telling me which words to circle that had the short vowel I sound. Then they were given the task of copying this down, my favorite Muppet is, and some kids said, well, I don't have a favorite Muppet. Well, that's cool, that's fine. Then go ahead and pick one that you see in the picture, draw it here, and then you can just leave this blank. My favorite Muppet is. I showed them my former picture of my old Kermit, and they could draw Kermit today because they saw him. So that's what we did in the first part of the morning in phonics. Hope this is helpful.